Oh, sorry, just posting something real quick. Ah, there we go. Oh, wait, just one sec. I gotta reply to this comment. And done. Phew. You see, the number one mistake most people make when trying to build an online following is not posting consistently. And the number two mistake people make when trying to build an online following is not replying to comments. Posting consistently is probably one of the biggest keys to success, and by doing so, you are ensuring that your audience will keep following you. If you post too infrequently, you'll lose their attention and fall off the algorithm. While replying to comments is key to earning their trust and building a bond between you and your community. So, let's break down some of the top social media platforms and talk about how often you should post and reply to comments. First up is YouTube. Since making a YouTube video takes a lot of work, it's best to post a video 1 to 3 times a week, but at least once a week. Next, it's key to respond to all comments within the first hour of posting a video, and then try to respond to as many comments as you can for the next 24 hours. Next up is LinkedIn. Since LinkedIn is more fitted for long-form posts, it's best to post once a day, but at least 2 times a week. And because it's mostly business-oriented, followers expect a response to their comments within the same business day they were posted. And now we're on to Facebook. Once again, Facebook supports much longer form posts, so 1 to 2 times per day is best. However, if you can't post that often, just make sure you're posting at least 3 times a week. For Facebook, it's best to respond to a comment within 24 hours. And speaking of Facebook, it's on to Facebook-owned and arguably one of the biggest social media networks, Instagram. For Instagram, it's best to post 1 to 3 times per day, but at least once a week. And most users expect a response to their comments within 1 to 24 hours. Next is TikTok, a relatively new social media platform. For TikTok, it's best to post 1 to 3 times per day, but at least once a week. Because videos there only have a shelf life of about a day, it's best to respond to comments within 1 to 24 hours. Speaking of shelf life, next is Twitter, where posts have a shelf life of only 18 minutes. Because of this, it's best to post 3 to 23 times a day, but at least once a day. Also, Twitter users expect faster response times, so it's best to respond to comments within 30 minutes. Then we've got Pinterest, the most post-heavy of them all. For Pinterest, it's best to do 3 to 30 pins a day. And again, responding to comments within 24 hours. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Ash, but what time of day should I post? But the answer to that is a little tricky because it really depends on when your followers are online. So, check your analytics to see when your audience is most active and try to post then. If your social media doesn't offer analytics, do some testing and post different times a day to see which posts get more engagement. Now, a word of warning real quick. Posting this much can get overwhelming. For example, when I was initially building my YouTube channel, Laughstash TV, I was posting up to 12 times a day on Twitter. While this was super successful, it also became very stressful whenever I planned to go on vacation. So I recommend you start on the small end and work your way up to more. However, you can also use social media tools such as Hootsuite to schedule posts in advance, so you can get the bulk of the work done and not worry about responding to comments. Just make sure you pay attention to current events and keep an eye on those scheduled posts so something doesn't post at the wrong time. So hopefully these social media posting tips will help you on your path to building a following. Oops, gotta get back to those comments.